Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome to Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. It's Larry King Law Championship Race Night number 2 here in Hampton. The weather is absolutely perfect. We're so excited to have you with us to crown the rest of our champions from the season. Adam Lelbrock down here with you in the pit lane. Brian White will be joining us in a moment. This is the Virginia811.com Pro 6 category on the racetrack, the 6-cylinder machines. They're ready to put down a lap later this evening. What a show it is going to be. They have been to watch all season long. Not a lot of horsepower up top, but plenty of tire. These things haul the mail around this racetrack, and it should be the case later on tonight. Watching Matt Dale on the racetrack right now. Driver 07 leads the point standings coming into this afternoon. They will be race number 3 of 5 this evening. Again, a big thank you to our friends at Larry King Law. They obviously the title sponsor of the Speedway, and then sponsoring the race night, the second of 2 championship points nights here in 2025. 5 races in total. The Farley Financial U-Cars will start us off for 25 laps. Larry King Law Modifieds have 50 laps in their one and only race. The Pro 6, which we're seeing right now, they will have race number 3 for 25 laps. The Hoosier Driver late models will be 100 laps. And the Pepsi Grand Stocks will have 40 laps later on tonight. That's race number 5 to cap off a terrific 2025 season. Race fans, if you're going to be in the area tonight, we do ask that you please come out and join us. The weather is absolutely perfect, as I mentioned. Temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s. Not a single cloud in the sky. Perfect afternoon to cap off 2025 and get our last little bit of racing in before the off-season comes in. Hard to believe we're already in the month of November, but that is certainly the case. Driver 51. That's Riley Music here in the number 51 Ford Mustang. He just capped off his lap, but the pole sitter is going to be Matt Dale. Points leader, Matt Dale, number 07, picking up where he left off last time. And that Ford Mustang is fast. Once again, he's looking to get his first track championship. We'll see if he can get it done later tonight. That is going to be race number 3 again of 5 later on tonight.
Adam Lelbrock down on pit road. I'm Brian White here in the tower. Adam, a beautiful day to be back at the racetrack here for one more time in 2025.
My friend, it could not be a more perfect afternoon. It does not feel like we're in November, but that is very much the case. As I said, Mother Nature has absolutely blessed us, and rightfully so. This race was supposed to take place about 3 weeks ago, and unfortunately she was not playing games that night. So we're here again to try one more time, and she has absolutely made up for it. The infield is packed. The cars look absolutely stunning, and as I mentioned, there is not a single cloud in the sky. A perfect night to cap off 2025 and crown some more champs.
That's right. We're going to crown 5 more champions here this evening as we cap off the 2025 campaign. And hey, we got a big party coming up in the month of January. Our annual awards banquet Saturday, January 24th. But you need to get your tickets and get them now by calling the box office or talking with Miss Terry here at the Speedway. They will sell out, and Adam, that is one party you don't want to miss.
It is a great time, not only to recap the season prior, but also to get us excited for 2026. And Brian, we're going to see a little bit later on, history is going to be made tonight, and we're going to be celebrating that at the Hampton Roads Convention Center that date, January the 24th. It's a great time of fellowship and coming together and enjoying each other's company and, yeah, celebrating those who deserve to be recognized. Certainly a great time all around.
We are looking forward to that, and we just had the Pro 6 Series on track presented by VA811.com, and you heard Adam talk about Matt Dale, who was the fastest here in Mosquito Joe pole qualifying, clocking in at 17.328 seconds. You heard Adam mention the 4-time winner here in 2025, and oh, by the way, the last 3 races he went to Dale Emmons Victory Lane. Matt Dale by 5 points over Chris Bechtel coming into this finale, and Matt Dale's hoping to become a 2025 champion in a series of which we've had 2 drivers take home victories this year. Again, Matt Dale with the most with 4, and Andrew Roten, the rookie, has 3 victories. Will we see a 3rd winner tonight? Chris Bechtel could become the 3rd winner. He has had multiple runner-ups. As a matter of fact, he's had 4 consecutive runner-ups, a 3rd place finish last week. So I think, Adam, it's about time for Chris Bechtel to break into victory lane. Now, we've talked about his name a lot this year, particularly with the tough trucks of NASCAR with the Truck Series. But maybe tonight he'll get a win in this series.
And he would certainly love that. That number 67 Camaro has been absolutely ruthless to that team. Just everything that it could have gone wrong on that car pretty much has. They have not had it easy, but they've had speed, as Brian, as you mentioned. Top two doesn't come easy even in this category. So they've definitely shown bits of speed, but just have not been able to get that car to behave quite to their liking. They're going to survey their options in the offseason and try and see if they can get that car dialed in. But Chris very much is motivated to try and go and get a checkered flag. And hey, even if, like you mentioned, 5 points, if he has a little bit of luck on his side, he may go home with a second piece of hardware as well.
He just might. We'll keep our eyes on that. We're watching the Modifieds make their way on the racetrack, presented by our great friends at Larry King Law. Always good to see our friends with Larry King Law at the Speedway each and every Saturday. Their night is tonight, and they're watching their series hit the racetrack right now with some scuff laps. Going to put some heat in those tires, then we'll bring them back down pit lane. And one by one, they will ride around this racetrack for 2 consecutive laps, 2 independent laps. We'll take the best of their 2 laps. That will be considered the lap of record. The fastest car will start the race first, second fastest second, so on and so forth from there as they prepare for a big race tonight. It's going to be a total of 50 laps for the Larry King Law Modifieds. Race 2 of 5 here this evening. Green flag at 5 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in to Facebook Live and YouTube. If you're watching somewhat close, hop in the car, come to the racetrack. Tickets are on sale at the box office, or you can get them online at langley-speedway.com. Interact with us, tell us where you're watching from, and we'll chat with you. Already see Eric Bucklew's tuned in. Hey, Eric, Brandy Marshall says, who got the pole? Well, we'll find out here as we are starting a little bit early. Chris Roberts did get the pole here earlier for the Pepsi Grand Stocks. And again, let us know where you're watching from. We'll talk about you, and we're going to have fun here this afternoon. Again, one more time to hit the racetrack. If you can't get here in person, tune in to Flow Racing with live flag-to-flag coverage, 5 o'clock Eastern time. The setting here in southeastern Virginia, Hampton, right across from the Langley NASA Research Center is Langley Speedway. So come join us. It's going to be a great night at the Speedway. 11th time that these Larry King Law Modifieds have competed here this season, and we've had multiple winners, 5 to be exact, including the point standings leader, Brad Adams. Bad Brad in the blue, number 3, now rocketing in turn number 3, has 3 wins, 2 of them coming in the last 2 Saturdays. He's looking to get a championship, but I tell you, Adam, it's going to be close because he only enters this race 2 points or 2 positions on the track higher than his competitor, Spencer Conrad, who also has 3 victories here this evening. Brad, if he wants to win the championship, he needs to finish at least 3rd or better. We're going to be counting our fingers, counting our toes. It's going to come down to the wire.
And what a story between these 2 competitors, Brian. You talk about the history that Brad has and the veteran status he holds. We'll go to Spencer Conrad on the flip side of that coin, the rookie who had never seen an oval track in person up until this season. 3 wins to his credit. It has been a terrific season for the 77. That car with Tommy Spencer has had a terrific resume with multiple drivers, and Spencer has certainly added to it. They've traded the point season all season long, and now it comes down to the wire. Will the veteran go back-to-back, or will the rookie claim his first title? It's going to be fun to watch.
Indeed it will. Brad Adams now just across the start-finish line. Behind him is car number 23 that's ready to go here this evening. That's Peyton Ferree. Good to have Peyton Ferree back with us and ready to go here this evening. Again, they'll be the 2nd race of the evening, 50 times around. Hello to Randy Beavers, who's tuned in to Facebook Live, and Ray Roman III, watching from home, not here tonight due to illness in the family. So Ray, we wish you and your family speedy health, or to get better much quickly for Ray Roman. We certainly miss you here at the track.
Yeah, Ray sent me a message a little while ago. He and the family battling COVID. Hey, we certainly miss you, my friend. We're going to miss seeing that number 95 Dyna Ford Mustang out here on the racetrack tonight. It is a sharp-looking ride, but I want to give a shout-out to him, Brian, real quick. P3 in points. It's been a great year for Team.
That's right, P3 in the championship standings. We'll see how things go as we get ready to wrap up the 2025 campaign here this evening. Again, 5 races in total. 5 o'clock is showtime. Hey, Jack Dodson, he's watching. He's right beside me, my good buddy Jack Dodson, with Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News with Scott Allen, our very own Adam Welbrock. And Adam, I think Mr. and Mrs. Dodson have a very special day, and he brought his wife to the best place you can possibly do on this particular day.
They are celebrating their 44th anniversary. Big congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Dodson, of course, with Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News. Jack's had quite the week. Bought a car.
He bought a car.
He's had a great week, and they're spending their day here at Langley Speedway, so we're very thankful for them. And, of course, always good to have them with us. And Jack's always going to be fun. We're going to be on pit road a little bit later on, so definitely stay tuned for that. But he's up here enjoying his day, and I think they're going on a cruise next week or something.
On a cruise. I need to hop in their suitcase.
Yeah, we need to get on board with that. How do we tag along?
That next week?
I think it starts next Sunday.
All right, I'm going to change my plans. So we're going to go with Jack, hang out and have some fun on a cruise. But by the way, I did not get the best reception from the missus when I mentioned she was at the best possible place to be. If looks could kill, I think, Adam, I would not be here any longer.
Yeah, Miss Sherry could probably list about 10 different places she'd rather be right now, but she's a great sport. We're happy to have her as well. They're enjoying their special day with their grandson, Clay, up there in the suite cheering on their favorite drivers.
Hello to Randy Akers, make that Mark Gomez, working on a ground pounder and watching. Hey, Mark, look forward to having you here in 2026. Of course, speaking of 2026, it feels like the last day of school as we're doing our final race of the season. But the 2026 season will be here before we blink our eyes. The official schedule will come out coming up here very, very shortly. Stay tuned for that. Langley-speedway.com for the 2026 schedule, which again will be announced here very, very soon. But a couple of dates, at least one to be exact, has been announced. We will be having the ZMAX Cars Tour here at the end of May next year. Always fun to have the Cars Tour in town. They are back in 2026. It's time to go pole qualifying for the Larry King Law Modifieds. And coming up first is going to be car number 13 on the racetrack. This is going to be Willis Scott, third in the champion. Make that fourth in the championship standings. He'll take the green flag again. 2 trips around this speedway to set the starting lineup for this evening's feature. And first up again is going to be car number 13 on the racetrack. Working through turns 3 and 4, he's going to see that white flag coming out, indicating one more time around. And his qualification effort presented by our friends at Mosquito Joe will be wrapped up. Lap 1 is done, 18.419 seconds for car number 13. Again, that is Willis Scott. And we want to thank our friends at Mosquito Joe. Mosquito Joe makes your yard a mosquito-free zone. Their services rid your yard of pesky mosquitoes so you can enjoy being outside. They offer barrier sprays which eliminate and repel mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks for up to 21 days. Special event sprays keep mosquitoes from crashing the party. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call them and get 50% off your first spray. 757-772-8552. Mosquito Joe. Thanks to Rob Rummels and Murph for their support. All right, a heavy hitter on the racetrack, Adam. This is Spencer Conrad.
This is the driver that we talked about, the young man making his first full season in oval competition. He comes from a road course racing background, and he has absolutely lit this division on fire. 2 points is the gap, 2 positions on the racetrack. It's not an invert doubleheader. It's just one race and done, so he's got to beat the 3-car heads up. We'll see if he can do it. He's laid down a fast lap, and he's going to be the driver to beat.
Spencer Conrad on the provisional pole. 16.279 seconds for car number 77 from Suffolk. Next up, this is going to be Eric McPherson, who sets 5th in the point standings, a season best finish of 3rd back in May, hoping to better that tonight for Eric McPherson. Lap 1 is not registering. We'll get that here in just a moment. Now it does. Second quick, 17.734 seconds for Eric McPherson in car number 16 as he rockets off of turn number 4 to take that checkered flag. And let's see if he can go faster on lap number 2. He will pick up some speed, but he'll stay slotted in the 2nd position at a 17.458 seconds. The lap of record is a blistering pace of 16.279 seconds. That's what everybody's chasing, including this guy, car number 11 on the speedway. This is Chris Roberts, who, Adam, picked up a victory back on April 12th.
Chris Roberts is actually doing double duty tonight. He's going to run the Grand Stock race, going back to his roots a little bit later on. But yes, did get that modified win. Finally was Rookie of the Year last year, and finally was able to break to victory lane in the Flying 11 machine. He's always fun to watch on racetrack. That car just sounds a little bit different, and we love those different pipes he's got on it because it makes the car sound so exotic, but it is fast as well. Trying to get win number 2 on the season. Doesn't quite have the Spencer Conrad lap, but not a bad lap altogether.
Chris Roberts, second quick, 17.019 seconds for the A. Hampton Roads Plumbing sponsored car. on track right now. This is the 23 entry, making his first start of 2025. We're talking about Peyton Faree. Peyton Faree on track right now, coming through turns 3 and 4. Again, the lap there, all chasing 16.729 seconds as he'll take the white flag and have a good lap. He'll take the second spot from Chris Roberts, 16.887 seconds. So, Adam, we're getting closer to car number 77.
Slowly but surely trying to reel in that lap from young Spencer Conrad. How about Peyton Faree on the racetrack? He's a former race winner here in this category. The driver of the 23 knows how to get it done. Let's see what kind of lap Peyton has. Lap 2 is 16.871 seconds. That puts him P2 on the board. And then there was one, Brad Adams, the point standings leader, trying to go back to back. He's going to be the last driver to have a shot at Conrad. Can he beat him here to start things off, or will he start behind him? Let's find out.
It's going to be close for the defending champion of this series. White flag is in the air for the driver from Suffolk. Where does he go? P3, provisionally inside of row 2, 16.895 seconds. Again, for the Asset Auto Recovery and Transmissions, Gene Nichols Controlled Conditions Corporation sponsored car. Can he go quicker on lap 2? He will, but he'll stay, or move, I should say, to the second spot, not getting the pole from Spencer Conrad. So Brad Adams, 16.809 seconds, 8/100ths of a second off the mark from car number 77, and that's going to wrap it up. Spencer Conrad, who's trying to chase a championship, he needs to finish 3 places higher than Brad if he wants to take the 2025 title home this year and Rookie of the Year honors. And let's go trackside to hear from Spencer Conrad.
Brian, Spencer's going for win number 4 on the year, bud, but it's not just another race win tonight. You've got a season-long title on the line. Got to ask you, my friend, how are the nerves? How are you feeling on this championship evening?
Now, that pole, keeping these championship hopes alive, and hopefully we can keep her up front and get someone in between me and Brad and hopefully win this championship.
How great would it feel for you in your rookie season, buddy, your first oval season to get this championship?
Can't even describe it. That feel great. I mean, didn't expect to do this good all season, let alone 3 wins so far on the season. Hopefully make it 4. Even if we don't get the championship, I'm still really proud of this team and how we've done this season. It's been really surprising, and can't wait to be back next year.
Turned a lot of heads this season, Brian. They're looking to do it one more time here tonight. Don't take your eye off the 77.
That's right, the 17-year-old high school student by day. Also, he helps Conrad's climate control. Young Spencer Conrad is trying to become not only Rookie of the Year, but 2025 champion. He has the legendary 7-time late model stock car champion Phil Warren as his spotter, and Tommy Spencer is his crew chief. And we'll look forward to watching him compete tonight. Remember, he needs to finish 3 places higher than Brad. If Brad can stay within 3 positions, he will become the champion. Brad needs to finish 3rd or better to clinch the deal here this year. So we'll see how much he competes tonight, whether it's a points night or if he's going to go for the victory. We'll find out how conservative he is here in just a bit. Coming up next, we're going to put the U-Cars out on the racetrack. That's right, the U-Cars will come out, presented by Farley Financial to qualify the You Can Afford Auto Racing Series, getting ready to take to the Speedway. And Adam, we got a host of U-Cars down on the racetrack. This is going to be a fun event to watch. It'll be actually the, looking here at the schedule, the first event of the night for 25 times around. So it's going to be a good time to see the U-Cars. Mikey Chin's back, as is Thomas Fontaine in car number 64. We've got Brent Burgess, Ron Strickland, Lee Reddick. We've got Wendy Kelly, who is ready to go. Lacey Hogg, Michael Walters, Bobby Bacum is out there. Derek Roberts, Mason Jurdes, Tyler Borden, and Corey Guy ready to go again for the U-Car Series, which are getting in position down on pit road as we get set to go qualifying, presented by, again, our good friends at Mosquito. Joe, Farley Financial U-Cars. Well, it's coming down to a tight points race here as well. Thomas Fontaine in car number 64 is your series leader, but just by 4 points over Jason Auckland in car number 5. So it's going to be tight. Thomas, if he wants to win the title, he needs to finish 5th or better tonight. If he does that, he'll be your 2025 champion. Now, if Jason wants to win the title, he needs to finish 5 spots higher than Thomas Fontaine in car number 64. So it's going to be interesting. And Adam, we're going to be watching all the way down to the checkered flag to see who is your 2025 champion.
Yeah, Yeah, it's definitely going to come down to the wire. Thomas and Jason have fought for just about every win this season. 5 for Thomas, 1 for Jason, but they run up front each and every week. I want to make a quick note. One car that we may not see in this qualifying session, that's Crystal West, P5 in the points as it stands right now, Brian, involved in a practice crash off turn 2, was going off the corner, ended up hitting the number 36 of Mason Jurdy's. When he was spun around, she had absolutely nowhere to go. So the team is back there working on the car feverishly, trying to get it back out. So we may not see Crystal for right now, but we're hoping she is better come race time.
We'll keep our eyes on that as we are now set for U-Cars qualifying, and first out is going to be the 63 entry down the back straightaway going into turns 3 and 4. Waiting for our monitor to update. We'll get you some times here again for car number 63, which will take the 63 entry of Derek Roberts out on the track right now. Derek Roberts, lap 1, 19.525 seconds for Derek Roberts, who actually, Adam, you and I were talking earlier, is a Dominion Raceway competitor.
Yeah, and race fans, if you're from the Dominion area and you call that your home track, you're going to love this race because we have a host of drivers from the nearby Dominion Raceway. So with this race being added late in the schedule and Dominion not having a race tonight, they have made the trip down here. So we're going to see a few drivers that don't normally compete here trying to take the bragging rights from the local guys. We'll see if they can do it.
Jason Auckland is out on the racetrack midway down the backstretch. The Easy Autos Spare Time Angelo's sponsored car from Newport News, making his way through turns 3 and 4. Remember, Jason's trying to go for a championship one time, a win here this year back on June 7th, and he's the fastest car on the property early on. Stumbles a bit in turn number 2 on this lap, but lap 1, 18.944 seconds, nearly a half a second faster than Derek Roberts. Here he comes through turns 3 and 4 to see that checkered flag waving, and Jason Auckland will actually slow down a little bit, quite a bit, Adam. I believe that big stumble in turn 2 costed him the time there. He went from an 18.9 to a 19.2 on lap number 2, but nevertheless, lap 1 good enough to send him to the top.
And again, that's one of our championship contenders, so race fans make a note of that. Auckland's lap, 18.944 seconds. That's what the number 64 team and company is going to be shooting for. Right now, watching car number 15 on the racetrack. This is Wendy Kelly, another driver from nearby Dominion Raceway, making their first start here Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. First lap for the 15, 20.088 seconds, puts them 3rd out of 3.
Hey, hello to Julie Weiss. She's watching from South Dakota, watching their grandson Atlee Weiss compete. He's going to be racing tonight, so thank you, Julie, for tuning in. Also to Keith. Keith, we go green at 5 o'clock this evening, and David Chin says, let's go, Mikey Chin. Watching now qualifying roll on for car number 15, Wendy Kelly, who's wrapped up her 2 laps. She's 3rd quick out of the 3 cars, 19.776 seconds. Again, Jason Auckland has laid down the fastest lap, registering at 18.944 seconds. Next out on the racetrack, this is the double 6 race car. We'll get a name on this one here in just a bit. But that car does not appear to be up to full speed again. It's actually going to be the 68. That's going to be Bobby Vacuum on the racetrack. He's also from Dominion Raceway. Here comes Bobby Vacuum across the racetrack. He'll register a time of 21.834 seconds for car number 68. So I'll correct myself there, not the 66. But he is on track right now. 5 races coming your way here this evening on Larry King Law Championship Night number 2, which means we're going to crown 5 champions here this evening when we drop the checkered flag. So Bobby Vacuum across the line, 21.285 seconds, 4th quick. Again, the Farley Financial U-Cars race number 1, 25 times around here this evening. Following this series, we're going to qualify the Premier Series, the Hoosier Driver Late Models, all coming up here this evening as we get set to wrap up another great season of action here in Hampton, Virginia. Tyler Borden is on the racetrack right now in car number 25. Tyler Borden coming now through turn number 4. You'll see that white flag chasing the lap that Jason Auckland put down at 18.944 seconds. Tyler Borden, 20.559 seconds. That'll slot him in the 4th position thus far, or provisionally outside of row number 2. Again, if you're tuned in to Facebook Live or YouTube, interact with us. Tell us where you're watching from, and then hop in the car, bring the family, bring your neighbors to the racetrack here tonight. It's going to be a great time as we celebrate once more. 5 o'clock is showtime. Tickets are on sale at langley-speedway.com, or you can get them at the box office when you get here on the property. Michael Walters is on the racetrack right now. Michael Walters, 8th in the championship standings. His best finish is a 6th place at the season opening event, so he's hoping to get his first top 5 tonight. Could come this evening for car number 3. The driver is from Yorktown, sponsored by Little's Restaurant, Sandbar Grill and Pub. Support car number 3. Michael Walters, 3rd quick, provisionally inside of row 2, 19.620 seconds. Needs more than 0.6 of a second if he wants to get to the top. He'll bring that car into turn number 4, sees the checkered flag waving, and Michael Walters will pick up some speed, but not enough to move any higher. He'll stay in position number 3, 19.438 seconds for Michael Walters. Four 1/1000ths of a second separating second to third. So Adam, that's about as close as it gets. Watching right now, Mason Jerdy's on the racetrack in car number 36. Jerdy's will see the white flag. Can he possibly go to the top? He'll set in the 6th position here at the moment with a 20.880 seconds for car number 36. One more crack at it now, coming through turns 3 and 4. Again, we're talking about Mason Jerdy's on the racetrack, and he has a nice pickup. He'll go all the way to 2nd spot, 19.381 seconds. But get this, that is still almost a half a second from the pole lap that Jason Auckland provisionally has laid down with an 18.944 seconds. Corey Guy is on the racetrack right now, the Dominion Raceway competitor as well, and car number 2 makes his way midway down the backstretch. Again, this is the 2025 season finale. Langley Speedway. Want to wish a happy birthday to Debbie from Amanda. Happy birthday, Debbie. We hope you're celebrating big. Corey Guy, lap number 1, 20.921 seconds. That puts him in position number 7 as he swings the car back through turns 3 and 4. 6 degrees of banking in the turns, 2 degrees on the straightaways. This 0.4 of a mile oval, 0.397 to be exact, to get around this racetrack. And we just watched car number 2, Corey Guy, wrap it up. He goes faster on lap 2, but he'll stay P7 with a time of 20.578 seconds. Lacey Hogg is on your screen right now in car number 83. Lacey Hogg from Newport News in the DC Powell and Associates sponsored car, Peerless, ZKS Express, and Sublime Aquatics help support young Lacey Hogg. And right now, Lacey Hogg is 8th quick, or provisionally outside of row number 4, 20.889 seconds for car number 83. Let's see if she can pick up some speed, because we know qualifying is ultra important in this very quick 25-lap race. You don't want to set yourself behind from the get-go by not getting a good starting spot. Now, Lacey Hogg will not go faster on lap 2. She'll actually slow down from a 20.8 to a 21.1. All right, Adam, this is the heavy hitter. This is the guy that leads the championship standings, but it's by a slim, very slim 4 points, or 4 positions on the track. Could he watch this go away, or will he hoist the big trophy here tonight? We're talking about car number 64, Thomas Fontaine.
That's what Mad Dog Motorsports is down here pacing the floor with Bill Aker. Everybody's watching the scoreboard right there. It's a good first lap, 19.042 seconds. Not good enough to dethrone Auckland, but just good enough to keep him in sight. He needs about a 1/10 of a second here to dethrone him on lap number 2, but still getting the job done right there, keeping him at arm's reach. That's exactly what he's going to need to do all race long. Slows down just a bit on lap 2, so it's going to be second best for the 64.
Thomas Fontaine, 5 checkered flags. That's the only driver with more than 1 win this year. So Thomas Fontaine hoping to get a 6th win, but more importantly, he wants to leave here with the most points and to be declared 2025 champion. So we'll see if he's able to do that in car number 64, who has had a fantastic season. His worst finish this year, get this, 4th place. Outside of those 5 wins, he's had a couple of 3rd place efforts for car number 64. Ron Strickland is on the racetrack right now in car number 26. Ron Strickland, the rookie racer, 6th fastest on lap number 1, 19.692 seconds for car number 26. Ron is from Chesapeake, also part of the team Mad Dog Motorsports. He'll see that checkered flag. He goes quicker on lap number 2. He'll take over the 4th spot from Derek Roberts. So Roberts has dropped kick back to P5. Ron Strickland, 19.421 seconds. Zach Herbline is on the racetrack right now in car number 32.
Zach was crowned our Portsmouth Army Navy Enduro champion a couple of weeks ago, so he's had a great season on that side. Still looking for his first U-Car win. It's a great first lap for the 32, 19.293 seconds inside of row 2 provisionally.
Hardline right now from Virginia Beach, the 42-year-old competitor, sponsored by Shannon's Custom Creations, Cal's Pizza. Third quick on lap 1. Can he go faster on lap 2? Survey says yes, but he'll stay P3, 19.079 seconds for Hardline in car number 32. So we go from the 32 car that right now is provisionally inside of row 2 to this driver, car number 18. This is young Brent Burgess on track right now through turns 3 and 4 for car number 18. From Carrollton, Virginia, your 2023 Rookie of the Year, finished 8th in the championship standings. Last year had 2 checkered flags, finished 4th in the championship standings, and get this, had all top 5 finishes last season for car number 18, Brent Burgess, who right now is 4th on the racetrack. And Brent Burgess, as far as your championship standings is concerned, is 9th in the points. He has a best finish of 2nd this year on 2 occasions. And car number 18 goes quicker on lap 2, 4th spot overall, 19.091 seconds. So again, it's Jason Auckland, the fastest, 18.944 seconds, the only driver to break into the 18-second mark. Everybody else has turned a time of 19 or more as far as the rest of the field's concerned. Right now we're watching Mikey Chen circle the speedway in car number 3. And Mikey Chen goes to the top. The driver from Suffolk, new provisional pole setter, Mikey Chen, 18.921 seconds, 0.02 of a second faster than car 5.
What a story it would be if Mikey could get this season finale race win, Brian. He won the season opener in 2025, so he's trying to bookend the season, and he's got that box checked off, at least for qualifying, provisionally P1, 18.9892, a little quicker on lap 2.
So car number 3 will drop kick Jason Auckland back to 2nd. So your 2 drivers with a shot of winning a championship have qualified at the moment P2 and 3. We're talking about the 5 of Jason Auckland and the 64 of Thomas Fontaine. If you're tuned in on social media, you're watching Larry King Law's Langley Speedway Mosquito Joe Qualifying in Hampton. Beautiful Commonwealth of Virginia. Hope you can get in the car. Come join us here tonight. If you can't, tune in to Flow Racing with live flag-to-flag coverage. We'll have all things covered Langley Speedway one more time in 2025. Lee Redditt, 12th quick overall in car number 22. It'll be a 20.295 second lap, lap 2. He'll clock in even quicker, and he will move up the leaderboard for car number 26. Make that the 22 of Lee Redditt, the 6th quickest overall, 19.269 seconds for Lee Redditt. Jeremy Jones is on track right now in the 66 race car. Jeremy Jones, 7th in the point standings, 1 victory. And get this, Jeremy was your defending race winner the last time this series hit the track, way back on August the 23rd. So they've had a lot of lag time due to some rainouts, but it's good to have the Farley Financial U-Cars back with us here this evening one more time. And we're watching car number 66, Jeremy Jones, the defending race winner, 7th quick on lap 1. He'll go all the way up to 2nd on lap 2. Make that 18.932 seconds, a huge pickup for car number 66, Jeremy Jones, who's trying to go for back-to-back victories. Can he get his 2nd win and propel himself higher in the point standings. Again, 7th overall with that one victory. We're going to find out. But Mikey Chen in car number 3 is the fastest of them all, the driver that sets 3rd in the point standings. He has the one win back on April the 5th. So it's been a while since Mikey Chen has went to Dale Emmons victory lane. Maybe tonight will be his night. So it's Mikey Chen, the fastest. Jeremy Jones will line up to his right elbow in car number 66. Posting the 3rd fastest lap was Jason Auckland. Thomas Fontaine was 4th, and Zach Erdline rounds out the top 5. 6th was Brent Burgess. Lee Redditt posted the 7th fastest lap. Mason Jurdes was 8th. Ron Strickland 9th, and Derek Roberts rounds out your top 10. 11th was Michael Walters. Wendy Kelly posted the 12th fastest lap. Tyler Borton was 13th. Corey Guy 14th. Lacey Hogg 15th, and 16th to Bobby Vacuum in car number 68. So that'll do it for Mosquito Joe pole qualifying for this Farley Financial U-Cars. Coming up next, we've got one more series to go. This is going to be the Who's Your Driver late models. They are coming up here in just a few moments. Qualifying just wrapped up for the Farley Financial U-Cars. Mikey Chen was the fastest, and let's get the thoughts from your Mosquito Joe qualifying winner.
Standing by in the Bryant Motorsports pit stable with Mikey Chen. Mikey, we were just talking, buddy, race win, the opening night you were race winner to start the year, man. Trying to bookend the year now, get it with a season finale. Been an okay season, maybe not quite what you were expecting, but still a solid year for Team 3.
Yeah, it hasn't gone quite the way we planned, but this is some really stiff competition in this division. Having a lot of fun running with these people, so hopefully we can end the year on a good note with a win and maybe come back next year and, try to get a championship.
Great year, something for you guys to build off of, and yeah, bookending the season would be quite fun, I imagine. I know you guys would love to bookend this season just like the way you started the year, end the year on the same note.
Oh, absolutely. That would be great right now.
See if they can do it there. The cars to beat right now. Congratulations, Mikey. The 3 team going to roll off from the pole, try to get their 2nd win on the year, Brian.
Time now for the Premier Series, the Who's Your Driver late models. They're going to run a 100-lap event here this evening, but who will start first? We're getting ready to find out. On track right now, a heavy hitter week in and week out. This is Cole Bruce in car number 31, a 3-time winner. Adam, the last 2. This driver parked it in victory lane.
And the last race was the 100-lapper, so keep your eye on driver 31. What a season it has been for Cole Bruce. Got his first career win earlier this season. Went on to win 2 more races since then. Of course, also lost his father at the midpoint of the year. A very up-and-down season. They went to Martinsville and even tried to race. Unfortunately, didn't make the event, but they have been a fun team to watch. Clubtails Toyota for Robert Bruce Racing. Cole's going to be the first driver to put down the lap. It's a solid one at that.
15.968 seconds for Cole Bruce, who's trying to pick up his 4th victory of the year, or his 3rd straight. We're going to find out if he can do it later on tonight. Lap 2 even quicker, 15.961 seconds for the Clubtails race car. So we go from the 31 to now the 00 car on track. This is Chase Burrow. Chase Burrow races just about everything, including Adam. We watched him last Saturday. You were in Martinsville, but those of us that were here on track watched this guy drive a Virginia Sprint Series car.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Billy Hubbard was thinking, but he let him drive his sprint car, and it was a great decision, obviously. They parked it in victory lane. Chase is also the Cars Tour winner in late model stocks here at Langley Speedway from 2025. So it's been a great year for the 00, and look at that lap, 15.713 seconds. New fastest cat in town, it's Chase Burrow.
How about that? 2.5 tenths of a second faster for car 00. He's still digging for more coming out of turn number 4. Sees those checkered flag, or that checkered flag waving, and he will not go faster, but that lap was very consistent. It was about 6/100ths of a second off the mark from the opening lap, but Chase Burrow, the new fast man in town, fastest on the property thus far, 15.713 seconds for the Medic Corporation AH Race Cars and Atkins Petroleum and Propane car 00. Next up on the racetrack, this is going to be the 08 race car from Chesapeake. That's Cody Bryant. Bryant on track. He's raced a bunch of series throughout his career. Very young gentleman who is very fast on the racetrack. His dad, Charlie Bryant, a champion himself. Of course, this driver we're talking about, Cody Bryant, was your 2023 Limited Late Models champion, presented by Yesco. This Chevrolet Camaro, part of the Bryant Motorsports and Auto Sales team, Parts Barn, and ProTurf Lawn and Garden, also Global Refining Group, helping support Cody Bryant, who is third quick overall, 15.982 seconds. He needs a little more than 2/10 of a second if he wants to get to the top spot. He'll see that checkered flag, and now Cody Bryant is done. He'll pick up a spot. He'll leapfrog around Cole Bruce, 15.879 seconds, the second quickest driver in town. We're talking about Cody Bryant. Next up on the speedway, it's car number 51, the Matthews Design race car, Ryan Matthews. He is 6th overall in the points. He's looking for his first victory of the year. He's come close, including a couple of second-place finishes over the last few races. He is the only driver inside the top 7 in the points who has not won, because get this, Adam, we have had a total of 9 different winners this year. That is more than any other series, but it just speaks to how competitive this series is and how high the parity is.
And Ryan knows how to get it done around here. He's done it in years past in late model stocks, but hasn't quite found it this year. They've been consistent, just haven't had that outright speed to get to victory lane. Right there, he is P4 on the board, 15.993 seconds. Brian, all 4 cars underneath the 16-second bracket as it stands right now.
Very, very fast as Ryan Matthews will pick up some speed. He'll take that third spot, 15.906 seconds. Again, everybody's chasing 15.713 for the lap of record. All right, here's the driver who has the most checkered flags this year, 4 to be exact, but his last one was way back on June 21st. We're talking about Chesapeake, Virginia's Woody Howard on track in the Eastover sponsored race car, as he'll see the white flag waving, and actually he's on his opening, and make that his opening flyer lap now for car number 41, Woody Howard. Multi-time winner throughout the years for this driver. We're talking about Woody Howard on track right now. He is second quick, 15.816 seconds for car 41, as he'll make his way through turns 3 and 4, keeping the car pinned to the bottom of the racetrack. That's the quick way around. Can he take the top spot? He will not. He'll stay slotted in the second position. Again, 15.816 on the opening lap, 15.832 on lap number 2. So we're going from cars that look very similar, the 41, to now the 47 race car. This is Riley Music. Riley Music on track right now from Norfolk in the Thurston Spring Services Incorporated 523 Holdings sponsored race car for young Riley Music. Now Riley overall is 5th in points. He picked up his first late model stock car win this year on June 7th, and he's hoping to get win number 2, maybe tonight. Could be this young man's night as he comes back through turns 3 and 4 to wrap up qualification efforts for Riley Music, and he'll actually have one more lap. The opening lap is a scuff lap to build some heat in the tires. Lap number 2, they officially take the green flag to start the stopwatch. Then they take the white flag, followed by the checkered. So lap 1 was 5th for Riley Music. Lap 2, he'll move to 4th. 15.888, that is, for Riley Music, driving the Pontiac Firebird. for the young driver who was your 2019 and 2020 Bandos champion and the 2022 Limited Late Models champ. Craig Estep is back for more, and Adam, this guy has just been around for a long time, and he's a great gentleman to talk to.
Well, absolutely. Talk your ear off about racing anytime you get a chance to spend some time with him. Craig Estep at April at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Brian, next year, going to be racing year number 50 for the very young man, Craig Estep. What a year he is looking to have in 2026. Ran part-time this season and is just getting things acclimated. He spent a lot of time helping younger drivers like Riley Rondeau, for example, and now is focused on his race car, that number 25. Got a little bit of work to do tonight. 16.438 seconds. That is 7th out of 7 up to this point.
Craig Estep, he's in the throttle now, coming out of turn number 4, takes the checkered flag. He will go faster on lap 2 with a 16.241, but he'll stay P7. Want to say hi to Brandy Marshall, who's tuned in on YouTube or make that Facebook Live. Brandy put on a great trick-or-treating event last Saturday, so thank you for all those efforts and everybody who helped participate in that. And Steve Justice says he had an incident unloading a car last night, so he wishes he was on the track today. Steve, we are sorry to hear about that. We're thinking about you and hope for a speedy recovery. As we're watching young Atlee Weiss on track right now in car number 78. Atlee Weiss was behind the microphone last week, doing an excellent job tonight. He's back behind the steering wheel, watching this car turn it around the speedway. And young Atlee Weiss, car number 78, on track. Lap 1 is done. 16.155 seconds for the driver that has moved up now to the late model stock car series.
He got his first career limited late model win here at Langley earlier this season. Even picked up a win over at South Boston Speedway as well. And now is trying to get his teeth cut and get his feet wet in late model stock competition. Currently 7th out of 8 so far. 16.070 for the young man. Going to try to run all 100 laps and learn as much as they can as they get dialed for 2026. And now it's time to focus on the veteran, Greg Edwards, on the racetrack, looking for championship number 8. The Danny Flash Chevrolet is headed into turn 1.
How about that? It's going to be a historic, record-breaking night. That's because this driver, Greg Edwards, will take home his 8th championship by starting the event, breaking the tie that he has with Phil Warren. The legendary Phil Warren has 7 championships. Greg Edwards, tonight, it'll be his 8th. For the driver that wasn't even going to run the full-time schedule this year. I talked with him back in January at the awards banquet. He said, yep, we're going to run a partial schedule this year, but came out of the box strong with great finishes and decided to run the whole season, as this time he will become an 8-time champion. It's going to be a big night for Greg Edwards, who posted the 5th fastest lap, 15.892 seconds for car number 21. And Adam, he has nothing to lose, because by starting this race, he's the champion, so he can go out and just flat out race as hard as he can.
That just goes to show the hard work that this race team has put in. They were just planning on running part-time, Brian, to your point. Well, they kept loading with great speed. So Greg said, you know what, we'll go back to the racetrack, and before you know it, they had a comfortable points lead, and then they were chasing this championship, and now here they are ready to celebrate race or champion number 8 in his career. What a season it has been. Multiple wins, just always at the front, and the guy to beat every single week. That's got him in this very comfortable position, and I'm sure they're going to be reaping the benefits of that later tonight. Now here's his nephew, Donovan Edwards, on the racetrack. Donovan, in his first full-time season, has a win under his belt. He is P9 on the board.
Donovan Edwards will become the 2025 Rookie of the Year for this series. He is 7th in the points. Picked up his first late model stock car win ever back on August the 9th for car number 27, who is 6th quick right behind his uncle Greg. 15.902 seconds for Donovan Edwards. And now we're going to go from Donovan, son, to dad, Danny. Danny Edwards is on track. So that's right, 3 Edwards drivers on the speedway right back to back. As we're watching Danny Edwards, he is a 6-time late model stock car champion here at Langley Speedway. He's currently 3rd in the points, 2 victories this year. His last came in early August for car number 26, Danny Edwards. Let's see what he has in store tonight for qualifying as he'll come across the line. And Danny Edwards will take the 6th spot from his son, so he'll drop kick son Donovan back to 7th. Danny Edwards clocking in at 15.899 seconds for the Danny's Glass Chevrolet, the driver from Pocosin. Across the line now, checkers are in the air, and a nice pickup for Danny Edwards on lap 2.
P3 on the board, 15.828 seconds, 3rd out of 11. Great lap for driver 26. And then there was one car left to go. This is driver 09, Michael Rogers, on the racetrack.
Rogers coming through turn number 2. Michael Rogers from Midlothian, the 2019 Southside Speedway Late Model Stock Car Rookie of the Year, and he was the track champion in 2021 at Shenandoah Speedway. The final qualifier tonight for the 100 lap event. We're talking about Michael Rogers. Chase Burrow right now is atop the leaderboard in car 00. He is watching closely as Rogers comes across the line to take the white flag. Lap 1, 11th quick, 16.205 seconds for Michael Rogers, who will make his 5th start of the 2025 season. His best finish this year is a 10th. Here he comes, through turns 3 and 4. Checkers are in the air for Michael Rogers. He'll leapfrog around a couple of drivers to move inside the top 10. 9th for car number 09, 15.929 seconds. But the fastest cat in town is going to be the 00, Chase Burrow. Gets it done after winning a Virginia Sprint Series race here last Saturday to now starting the 100 lap feature from the pole position. The driver who is getting ready to celebrate a birthday tomorrow. This would be a great birthday present for himself. He is sponsored by Medic Corporation. Let's hear from Chase Burrow.
He's kind of been the man at Langley Speedway as of late. Won in the sprint car last week, Chase, and now starting on a pole in a late model race. It's been a fun few days for you here at the racetrack.
Yeah, you know, just, man, I'm blessed to come drive fast race cars. You know, these guys, they worked all hard on this thing, and they got it pretty good. So I'll see if I can hold on for 100.
Yeah, you guys were able to do it in May for the Cars Tour race. How you feeling?
But, you know, the longer races we're pretty good at, it seems. So we, like I said, we got a really good race car. A shout out to Adam Medic and all my sponsors. Wasn't for him, we couldn't do it. So, yeah, just thank everybody and see if we can do it.
They're the cat to beat right now, Brian. 2 polar opposite vehicles. Chase is fast in both.
That's right. Chase Burrow will start P1 inside of row 1 for the Hoosier Driver Late Model Stock Car Race feature coming up. A little later tonight, it'll be the 4th of 5 events. He clocked in at 15.713. Woody Howard will start outside of row 1. Danny Edwards, he will have another outstanding year, 3rd in the points overall. He posted the 3rd fastest lap with Cody Bryan of the 08 4th, and Raleigh Music from Norfolk rounds out the top 5. Your 8-time champion tonight will be Greg Edwards in car number 21. He'll start outside of row number 3 in the 6th position with Donovan Edwards 7th, Ryan Matthews 8th, 9th to Michael Rogers, and Cole Bruce rounds out the top 10. Atlee Weiss, he posted the 11th fastest lap with Craig Estep 12th, and not getting a lap in was Mark Clare, but he'll be out later tonight in the 7C. That's going to do it for pole qualifying, presented by our friends at Mosquito Joe. For Adam Welbrock, I am Brian White. We look forward to seeing you at the track tonight if you're tuned in on Facebook Live or YouTube. 5 o'clock, showtime, a little less than an hour, so hop in the car. Come join us for the big party here tonight as we close the curtain on this 75th season of competition. If you can't get here in person, tune in to Flow Racing, and to all these outstanding fans that are here, now's a great time to hit the refreshment stands, but we'll see you on the track here in just a bit.